Acoustic Sounds, your one-stop resource for 25 years for the best in audiophile recordings and hi-fi stereo equipment. How did a Kansas retailer, born from a one-man operation, grow into a virtual music empire serving customers around the globe? We're a mail order business. We're a distributor. We're a reissue label. We're a record label. We're a recording studio. We're a concert hall. We're a record pressing plant. We're a hell of a story, and it's been a long, winding road to get here. We're going to share with you our history and show you our operation today in video and in words from our founder, Chad Kassem, and from members of our workforce who keep this three-ring circus running at its peak. Enjoy our ongoing video series throughout this year as we celebrate Acoustic Sounds' 25th anniversary. Acoustic Sounds Incorporated was a company born of humble beginnings, never more so than when owner Chad Kassem first started buying collectible, high-quality LPs and was reselling them from his cluttered two-bedroom upstairs apartment. For $100, postage included, customers could choose any 10 mobile fidelity titles from a simple typewritten and photocopied list of records by more than 80 artists. Through a teenage friend, Kassem, already a music lover, developed knowledge and appreciation for audiophile vinyl LPs. He combed the record bins of every store he could visit, looking for choice vinyl from Mobile Fidelity and other labels popular at the time. He saw a niche in the collector's market.
When he did that, he showed me some of the Mobile Fidelities and which ones were collectible. And he says, you know, these are hard to find, and these are worth this amount of money. The local store in Salina had a buttload of them. I mean, like a lot of them, and all the cool, rare ones that people were wanting. And every big town I went to, I would go to all the used record stores. I mean, no matter what town it was, I would hit all of them.
Via buy, sell, and trade advertisements in various record collector and audiophile magazines, Kassem was soon living in a field of vinyl records. The walls were made of boxes. There was a pathway from the listening position in the kitchen, another from the listening room to the bathroom, and one to each bedroom.
When you walked in this apartment, it was somebody had painted the kitchen cabinets the ugliest yellow and lime green you can imagine. The curtains were the curtains were orange, and the shag carpenter was a greenish, bright lime, ugliest thing. And I sold records 24 hours. I was on the phone 24 hours, no matter what time they called. Customers, ended up my friends. We'd talk all night long. John Rush's, people like this, people that still call today, would call, and we'd talk records and music, and I'd sell them albums, and I just had piles of hand-scribbled paper. And then I'd box these boxes, and I'd drive down to UPS on the way to work and go in the line of all the consumers that are bringing their own one package. There was a lady named Bonnie, and we'd fill it out one by one. And I'd box them, take the order, box them, bring it all the way to UPS, and have them shipped out. That apartment, man, we had some fun. That was the good old days, man. We jammed, talked all night long. You know, I selling records in my underwear. It was the greatest thing.
As the business grew, so did Chad's aspirations, and the office warehouse space devoted to running the business grew just as steadily through a series of moves. First, a 4-bedroom ranch home, then a vacant downtown building formerly home to a dance studio. In 1994, Acoustic Sounds relocated to a 6,000 square foot conventional warehouse, complete with a loading dock for the shipping and a large basement for overstock. But it wasn't the last move. In December 2004, Acoustic Sounds moved for the 5th time. to an 18,000 square foot former grocery store built well enough to double as a fallout shelter. Office workers enjoyed ample spaciousness. The warehouse could accommodate a forklift, not to mention all the vinyl, CDs, equipment, and accessories to make audiophiles drool.
And then I moved, bought a ranch-style house, nice house, 4 bedrooms, 3 baths. Started filling up the basement with albums. The albums filled my bathroom, all the bedrooms, my bedroom. I mean, we were doing $100 grand a month out of a bedroom. We had a staff in there. I mean, I can remember when faxes, there was hardly any faxes. A fax was $2,000 and it was that thermal paper. And that was a big, serious move on my part to get up off it and buy a fax. Then 800 number. Then the next step was Visa. You know, so those 3 things, although seem so natural and so, you know, there were big steps that meant a lot to my business. Then we grew out of the house. When the 18-wheeler started delivering pallets, the neighbors started, I think they didn't like 10 cars out on the street, but they tolerated it until the 18-wheeler started rolling in with the pallets. Every time we moved, we upgraded the situation, and we've made things easier, more efficient, and better, and how. But depending on the buildings, you kind of had to do the best you could in those buildings. I mean, one of them was a grocery store. Now we've never had it better.
Finally, here we are today. Acoustic Sounds is all grown up and fresh off a move to 70,000 square feet, covering 3 separate buildings. First, there's a 30,000 square foot dedicated warehouse, nearly the length of a city block, and packed with inventory. Vinyl, CDs, stereo equipment, and more vinyl. There's a separate 20,000 square foot building for the office staff. And lastly, there's quality record pressings. That's right, we've found the absolute best record presses ever made, hired the industry's top professionals, and given them no expense spared rein to innovate. Stay tuned for more, as throughout our anniversary celebration, we give you a look at Acoustic Sounds' origins through to today's operation serving audiophiles worldwide.
It wasn't planned. None of it was planned. Another thing that I like to say is, I think that if somebody would have came to me when I first started collecting records and said, here's $1 million and here's an idea. I'll give you $1 million, you start your own company, and you do what you're doing. I don't think I'd be doing as well as I am now.